I don't know if you guys are gonna get the big one anymore because the big one was down to 20, and that was just like a flash one. You know, you got to be quick with it. That was in the morning, 20 cents, and then this other one, what, 30 cents?
Say
I
that,
was up for that
Drew.
one for the 22 dip, but I got it at 27. But I was still
It's
able to
good. 20,
accumulate. Yeah, I was
27 is good.
27. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I swung it to 36, and that shit went to 39. So I'm debating on picking up some more right now, or just letting the rest that I got now just to ride them out. Cause
Hold
I
on,
had bought
there was
more.
a dip last night for 20 cents. What are you talking about?
No, last
Nah.
night in the morning, 2 days ago
It,
in the morning,
it was like a
when
flash
Oh,
when
dip.
okay.
everything crashed
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
it was
about to
like a
say, I'm
flash.
all man. What the fuck? None of my
in the
time on my
morning,
fucking
2 days
pills.
ago in the morning.
Almost freaked me out, dude. I was up last night till like 4 in the morning with you guys.
Like, damn, Robin Hood.
Nah.
Yeah, I should have got bought in for more like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, not financial advice. I would definitely, just be patient right now and see what Bitcoin does.
Yeah,
See
that's
if
what
it
I'm
if it
doing.
passes its this leg. If it doesn't pass its leg, its previous leg right now, I think things still might be okay. But if it does cross its last leg, you might want to wait.
Yeah, I did an
Well, man,
experiment
I'm
and
ready to
put a
FOMO
scalp
on this,
on.
dude.
What's that?
I said I'm ready to FOMO on this thing, man.
I mean, I FOMO'd at 1 cent and I'm happy. You might FOMO here and you might be happy at, $1. You never know.
I was saying I did an experiment and I put a scalp on like 5 cryptos that are following Bitcoin to the T, and I'm hoping Bitcoin turns it around. They all pay off. Small scalp.
By the way, what's a good strategy to average down? Because I'm having a hard time and I'm FOMOing and panic selling all my stuff, trying to buy back. I'm failing right now. So, what could be a good strategy to buy back? Because what is happening is I'm investing everything that I have. Then I see, oh shit, it's dropping, and then I try to sell and try to buy uh, on the way down, and then again it drops, right? So it keeps dropping. So I'm having a hard time averaging down. So is
Yeah.
there like a good strategy?
Try to cut your profits shorter, definitely. So when you feel yourself already in the gains, don't try to wait too long and wait for a turnaround. Like, don't say, okay, I'm going to ride this until it turns around. Cut it short, and just be happy with your temporary gain. That's one important thing. I think if you want steady returns, they might not be as big, but they'll be more frequent. So you might still yield more return that way.
Yeah, definitely. Take the money when you can.
There's a lot
I've
of
been
people.
riding out with Doge, but I could have definitely sold at 70 and rebought back in around here, but
Yeah.
I'm still riding.
Main advice
A
is
lot.
do not get greedy.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
scalpers like to watch the turnaround on the 1 minute, and they'll wait. They'll be like, all right, I'm gonna wait for the turnaround on the 1 minute. It's like, no, even on the 1 minute, you do not want to wait for the turnaround unless you're riding like, you set your targets a little higher and you're on like a 5, 10, 50 minute, but you want to cut it right before that turnaround you're expecting. You don't want to wait for a confirmation. Like, unless you're like, yeah, I'm going in for a long position, then yeah, just put it in and sit back and go do your thing. But if not, you want to cut your gains like even before I'd say when they're like, 25% before you even feel like maybe this, like once you get that thought, like, man, is this about to turn around? You should even think twice. Once you had that thought, bang, sell.
So let me ask you specific. So on the way down, how would you average out
Yeah, so that's on the
versus
way
on the
up.
way up?
Yeah, so that was on the way up. On the way down, so say you did get a proper seller, you have some extra cash on the side, extra chips or dry powder. You just make sure that, like, if you're confident, if you're like, all right, if you feel like this is going to be a bigger drop, a big drop, you want to have like at least 2 or 3 buys ready. You want the lowest buy to be the most amount. So say if you have $100 and you're at 30 cents and you're expecting it to go to 25, but that's the lowest you're expecting. You want to put like, maybe 50% all the way at the bottom, and then just a little bit less above that, so you can catch those buys in case it doesn't go all the way at the bottom. But if you do get your target, you get that nice big buy at the bottom.
Is that
So
a
the
cryptic
idea is you
message,
keep
Drew?
buying keep selling in the uptrend.
I mean, it's the easiest, to do it in the uptrend. On the downtrend, I don't recommend doing it at all unless you're, a seasoned trader. When even on the temporary downtrends are tough, but
Correct.
just that's where you set your buys. But you don't want to scalp too much when you see like a trend going on the way down. It's better to just step aside and wait for things to be like, all right, I have confirmation that things are going to move for at least a few hours on the upside.
Yeah, correct. Usually it's a little tough trying to make money on a downtrend. Usually the best way you could do that is like scalping, or just not even scalping, but like you could short, but you would have to know how to short well, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
So I
It's
don't think I want to short, but basically what I was trying to ask is, I would probably want to collect more coins, right, on the downtrend.
Yes.
yes. Yeah, so yeah, just continue selling at the peaks basically, and as long as you're buying lower than what you sell at, you should be accumulating coins.
But yeah, don't try to aim for the peak because it's like you'll never really get it. It's like
yeah, don't aim too high.
Just once you start thinking like, could this turn around? You shouldn't even have that. It's like no hesitation. That's what I do. It works for me.
You should
like
have a set percentage.
Once, like, even if I don't have, if I freestyle it, like, I'm like, all right, it's moving, and like, you can tell when things are moving. You're like, you want to ride it if it's pumping. You want to get that pump. But when you get that thought, you're like, could it be done? Yes, it's done. Just sell it. You don't want to think twice. Could it be done? That's my theory. That's my trick.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass even getting the dollar amount in there to make the trade. Sometimes takes some time.
Looking at the chart, totally off topic. Looks like we're on an upward trend, aren't we?
And I barely do that anyways, because I barely scalp, man. I do long positions. We got another super chat from Easter Bunny, 10 bones. I had 20K right before the Elon tweet. I was ready to sell at 36. I didn't realize I was on buy and went in for another 20K. Ouch. That hurt. Love you guys, but it needs to realize this is a serious game. That is an ouch.
Oh
man.
my God, I've been there.
I'm sure, but a bunch of us have been there. Wow. Well,
I hate that.
You got to get up and, just wipe that dust off your boots and pick yourself up and try it again until you get it right.
Okay, we'll be back up there. Don't worry.
What about when you make a buy and you buy the wrong crypto by mistake?
Another thing, Drew,
when you
I
make
wanted to ask you.
you buy the wrong crypto.
Drew, it's faceless.
Hopefully that goes up.
That's the worst. But go ahead. Faceless, or who was trying to talk?
Yeah, it was face. How we doing? One thing that for the gentleman who was talking about, how do I come down? How do I average down? It's very difficult. I've done it. I do it, when I get caught with a bag, and it doesn't happen that often, but trust me, we all lose. One thing that I like to do is I take and recycle my money. So I don't ever play with my full bag or my full lot, whatever I've